What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Today it's been pretty good. We do have some thunderstorms coming in, so that's kind of why it's a little dark outside. But hopefully you guys will be able to see everything. If not, I got myself a little drop light here and I can illuminate our work. Today's work, we're going to be covering three things. One is going to be this cover right here that goes over the sprocket up front. And there's I believe it's a water pump up underneath. So I gotta take the face of that water pump off to clean it because it's got a bunch of that antifreeze corrosion on it. The third thing that we've got is I'm gonna be removing the wires and stuff off of the clutch and the throttle cables. And then unplugging, we're gonna go into the headlight and unplug these wires here, getting this ready to be taken off by our special guest that will arrive next Friday. Now, the video for that won't go up until about maybe the following Sunday, probably the following Monday, so look forward to seeing that video pretty soon. So, without further ado, let's go ahead, roll that intro, and then we'll get right into taking off the cover. For the first time. Oh my God, I don't even know how to do this. I'm gonna need first is this MIC tool right here. I was working on handlebars earlier. Put the towel down because I don't want to get my pants all dirty. All the work I'm gonna do here is pretty clean work, so that's why I'm in my nice clothes, which I don't think I'm gonna tear them up. All right, let me see if I can take this off. I've never taken this off. I'm not really sure because this is the first time for me seeing this here, so I have no idea. So let's see if this will come off. Okay, no, two of them are. There's two long ones and a short one. So it was long, short. Got it. All right, so let's set this down there. And they say this should just pop right off. At least it's supposed to. I have never messed with this before. Oh, there it is. Oh, just a wiggle and it pops right off. Well, damn, that's cool. Alright, so what I will do, before I put this back on, I will clean all of this out. I know it's kind of like pointless because you're just going to sling a bunch of grease and stuff up here. But, again, I've never been in here before, so this is all new to me. Every bit of this. This whole bike is new to me, guys. I've never messed with a cruiser before. This is my first one. And, frankly, I love it. These things are so easy to work on. Let's set that over here. Alright, so this I'm assuming is going to be my water pump, which is connected to the crank, I suppose. I don't know about the rest. I don't have a flashlight. Hang on. I got my other flashlight over here. Come here. Alright, folks. So that's what we're looking at. This is not fresh grease. That is old grease. That actually should be really slimy. That is not. So that tells me that this sprocket is an old one. And the teeth on it actually look pretty good. So this is my first time of looking at this chain, guys. The chain, this sprocket. I will be changing the sprocket. I can't trust this one. If you read it here, I don't know if you guys can see, 16T. That's 16 teeth. That's how you can tell. It's always stamped on the outside. And then on the back, I noticed, see on the inside, right here. Well, right there it says 40. That means on the back I've got 40 teeth. So the gear ratio on this, or the sprocket ratio, tooth ratio, is 1640, and that is spec. This is all original. This is spec. Now I don't know if it's the original sprockets and stuff, because the bike's got 20,000 miles on it, but that's what we have. Alright, so let me go ahead, and there's really nothing else I can do with this. Looks like it's a cluster of junk. I don't know what all is in here. Mud. Oh man, I'm gonna have to wash all that out. I can't do that right now. And frankly, I'm afraid to open this up with all this dirty like that. And damn, I really can't do that with it raining right now. I want to take this off, but at the same time I don't want junk getting up in there. I don't think it will. You know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. The sprocket and chain I will change later. That probably be one of the last things I will change on this bike, besides the tires. The tires will be the final touch, so it's going to be the sprocket and chain and then the tires. Everything else, it'll all be done long before that's done. I just want to throw that out there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I had to close the door because the weather has decided it wanted to stop cooperating and start raining on us, and that is no bueno. I do not want to work in the rain. It's not my favorite things to do, especially whenever it comes to things like this. Alright, so let me throw some things out there. I know this video is not going to be like super intriguing and whatnot, but I want to put some footage out there so you guys can see what I see what I'm dealing with. Alright, so this cover here, so this goes to your clutch handle, and this is what allows you to shift into different gears, or it disengages the engine itself. It engages your clutch, not the gears. This is the clutch, or separates the clutch plates. You got a notch that's right here. It's a little slot, and then you have a plug. Well, this one is oil, which is right here. It goes here, and then this little cup right here. It's like a little catch-all, or a little rod catcher that goes over this pin right here, this rod. This pushes in to disengage your engine, so it lets go of the engine, so it goes into neutral, or if you pull on the clutch, it releases the engine's power from the transmission. It separates the two, which is allow you the opportunity to shift into another gear. That's what that does. So I have never seen this before, so while the camera was off, I had to figure that out really fast, and clearly it's a no-brainer. I've seen this before. Alright, front sprocket, you guys are aware of that. I've already looked at the teeth on this. The teeth actually don't look bad. They really don't. So I think I can probably get away with rolling with these sprockets. I've already looked at the teeth. The teeth look pretty healthy. They're flat top. They're not shark teeth, which is good. So what I'll end up doing is just changing the chain. That's all I'll end up doing. Not now, because I need chemicals to do this, but I'm gonna get back here and clean the back of the engine if possible, because it's got some dirt, and see if I can kind of wipe all this down if possible. But my objective for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, first one was to get this off of here. Second, get that off of here. Now, I've never done this before, so we're gonna learn together. Alright, so that's gonna be an 8mm, and I already have that socket. It is around here somewhere, right there. Boom, like that. I don't know how this thing is attached. Never seen it before. I'm gonna have to like prospect. I gotta carve into it and figure out what connects to what. And what it looks like is it's connected up there. I do not know. We're gonna figure that out. Alright folks, I stopped the time lapse solely because I figured out what 2 of those bolts do. It allows me to remove the entire casing. Yes, that was cool. Bad news. Engine oil. Yeah, almost immediately I popped it out and it just started pouring oil, and I immediately put it right back in to stop it. Because well, all that oil in the engine is not going to fill, or it's not going to fit in this. So I need a bigger drain pan. I did not expect that. I should have read up on that, but I failed to do so. Oh damn. So I figured out one way to drain the oil in this bike. It is not the ideal thing to do, just throwing that out there, but let me show you what happens. I don't even know if it's gonna be all the oil, but I do know that I saw a large volume of it just start pouring out. I'm like, no, can't do that right now. That is not what I wanted. So let's go ahead and, I guess, pop that seal. Here we go. I don't know what this does. That's an O-ring, and that's engine oil. There it is. Old engine oil. Unbelievable. I cannot believe that. But I guess that's one way to do it. And there's an O-ring that goes in there. That O-ring is supposed to fit, I'm assuming probably right here. There may be an O-ring still stuck up in there. I don't know. I'm gonna look up in there later and figure it out, but I think I accidentally this was not my plan. I did not expect that, but that's what happens when you learn new things. Clearly this is I guess this is a water pump. I think it is. It should be, because yeah, that's a water pump. So this is connected inside the engine, which this looked clean. I don't have a tray to throw it in, so let me make a tray to throw it in. I just made one hell of a mess. This completely changes my objective for this evening. The objective to clean that will take a little longer now because I found out what it does, what it exposes. I need to go on to Partzilla now, and I have to now order an O-ring for this, because I know there is an O-ring that goes in there somewhere. So we're going to figure that out. I'm going to go ahead and drain the oil, I suppose. All of it. I'm going to let all that just drain, and then I'll pull the drain plug at the bottom of the engine. So I know there's more oil to come. I think it's saying it takes like 4 quarts of oil for this sucker. So yeah, this was completely unexpected, guys. I did not plan on this. I just wanted to clean the water pump, and I guess it's all one piece, and I should have known better. But I did look online, and nowhere did I see on YouTube did I see them taking like just the water pump apart. I thought the oil pump, or I thought this was connected somewhere on the inside, but I mean, I'm used to different design of engines. Oh, it sucks. Man, that sucks. But you know what? It's all part of the game. It's part of the learning experience. It's a good thing I was prepared to have this. All the cooling pipes and stuff were actually inside here, and all this is clean. So now I can actually drain all this oil and actually properly recycle it. And I can also go ahead and replace the oil filter. I don't have another one, but I will have to go buy another one soon. Clearly now. So apparently I just made myself a whole new mess. Let me get back to you guys once I figure out where the rest of that O-ring is at, and I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do next. Give me a second. All right, folks. Well, this evening's plans have not changed. I did get that off. The next thing I gotta do is the cables. But before I do that, I am going to go ahead and finish this off. I'm going to drain the rest of that oil. This is, like I said, unexpected, but it's something that had to be done anyway. So yeah, see. I checked inside there. It all looks pretty clean. The part that I bought, I started thinking about it. I think I bought the O-ring already for that. I may have accidentally bought that thinking it was the water pump, the O-ring for it. I mean, the gasket for it. So I don't know, but we're gonna work something out. But that oil filter, that's gonna be next after that's done draining. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. But let me go ahead and go wash my hands real fast so I can take this cable apart, take this off, take the throttle cables, and undo the headlights so we can actually access the cables that actually go inside the back of that headlight. Okay, as a side lesson, what have we learned today? Try not to bite off more than you can chew. And always be prepared for catastrophe at every turn, if possible, especially in the garage. Oh my God. I'm lucky I was prepared to catch oil, and a lot of it. This is a fortunate event. I've actually had it to where I had a spill and I had no way of catching it, and then I ran into a major problem. But ever since then, life experience put me in the right path to be prepared for such events such as this. Again, like, I didn't expect all this. Unbelievable. I really hope that the O-ring that I bought will fit that. I actually bought the gasket for this. I'm fixing to take this apart right now, or we'll clean that up. But before I mess with that, I'm gonna take those cables off, and maybe I should just hold off. No. Now I'm gonna finish up the cables because I told you guys I was gonna do it. But yeah, this here, just, I think I may end up holding off on that one for right now and make sure I got the right O-ring. But I didn't expect to to be draining my engine oil tonight. I had no intention of draining that engine oil. So shit happens, man. But it's a lesson learned. Don't do that. Well, you see, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's some things you just can't predict to happen, but other things that you can prepare for. So let's go ahead and get all this stuff off of here, because the guest that will be showing up has never done this before, so I'm going to make this as easy as possible to swap things out. Now that I got both sides of the controls disconnected and all the wires hanging, now it's time to get into the headlight, which would be right here. Now let's go ahead and zoom in on that. When you pop this off, it's the bottom first. You got like a hinge that's up here, and you want to pull outward. It should be down. It's either down or up, one of the two. But I usually just pull it out and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Something usually gives. Well, come on now. Just a lip, it just drops straight down. All right, now, as you can see, I got all these wires up inside here, and these connections go to each side. And as you can see, I just dropped the headlight down, and I just let it rest. In fact, I can probably go ahead and just disconnect it and take it off entirely. Should pull just straight off. I don't like doing that. Just one hand. Oh, exactly what I didn't want to do. Did I break it? Did I break it? Did I break it? No, I did not. Thank God I didn't break that. That is what I'm afraid of doing every time I take a light off. I hate doing that crap. But that tells you how good that connection is. Alright, so up here, you're going to pull this down. There's usually like a bendable tab like this. Pull it straight down, and you pull all these out. You find out which one goes to what. And they're going to be kind of coiled in there. You're going to feed them out like so. Coiled in, protected like so. Push that back. Push that back. And there's all your stuff. All your other connections. So we need to figure out what goes to what. This is my clutch. Clutch kill switch. Which is this one. So that is gonna go to many things. Oh my. Oh my. Holy crap. Okay. That is a mess. So with that being said, that's pretty much, like I said, all I'm going to do for the bike tonight. I seem to have bit off just a little bit more than I can chew. I've had higher hopes to get more stuff done, but you know what? It's totally fine. What I stumbled across, I clearly was going to have to do anyway, so I might as well do it now. I'm fairly prepared to get all this stuff done. As for the wiring on the headlight, I will take care of that by next week. Or I may go grab the controls and actually start working on them. I'll find a way to take all this stuff off of here in one piece and take it inside and correspond each wire with each control, and make sure that everything matches up, so whenever the new stuff goes on, it's just plug and play. I'm usually pretty good at it. But yeah, the only thing I have left right now is, out of my objective for tonight was to take this thing apart and clean it and then put it back on, but I can't put it back on because that O-ring is broken. And I don't have another one right now, so I may have to buy another one, or I may have possibly bought another one from Partzilla. I just have to wait for it to get here, and I need to see if that's the right O-ring for it. If it's not, I'll go on there and buy another one. So with all that said and done, and as far as I got for this evening, I'm gonna button all this up. I'm gonna put the plug back on there and just kind of tuck everything up underneath the bike, because I really don't have a way to do anything else with this bike right now. I need parts to put things back together. Once again, I bit off more than I can chew, but it's totally fine. I'm used to it. If you like the content of this video, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you don't mind, hit that notification bell up there in your top right hand corner of your screen so you guys don't miss any future videos on the channel. And as always, I appreciate you guys sticking around for yet another episode of SV Cruiser. I love you guys, and good night.